Greetings to you.
Greetings to you, and welcome to Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. I understand that you are eager to get started. So, a man of your profession would not be comfortable to cope in the castle such as this. But before you leave, it is my duty to make sure that you are prepared for what awaits you in the world of Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition uses 2nd edition AD&D rules. This might seem overwhelming at first, but I will familiarize you with the basic rules and interface of the game. Alright, we will begin with the pause feature. Pause the game at any time by pressing start button. Unpausing occurs the same way. Pausing is the most useful during the combat, where it gives you the time to carefully orchestrate your party's next attack, while paused issue your commands. When you unpause, your characters will carry out the orders you have given. If you do not use the plus button, you may find the game very difficult to play. You don't need why don't you experiment with pausing right now by pressing start button or plus button and giving your character some movement commands. When you have finished, highlight me and press A to resume our conversation. Okei. Eikä nyt mennä... Okei, eli joo. Opetellaan siis tätä nyt. Okei. D-padilla mä nyt sitten zoomailen ja liikuttelen ulospäin. Ahaa. Okei, nyt mä ymmärsin. Joystickilla mä liikuttelen. Good.
Make it quick. Yes? What? Make it quick. Yes? What? Make it quick.
Okei, sit mun pitää actioni. Ahaa. Talk. Fist. Turn undead. Cast spell. Okei. No, otetaan fist. Ja sitten...
Don't be stupid. I'm your teacher. Stop trying to attack me.
Okei, toi on ihan fair. Toi on ihan fair. Sitten pause. Action. Quick item. Mulla ei mitään quick itemia, joten... Cast spell. Bless. Okay.
My next topic is on how to differentiate enemies from people you want to talk to. Enemies have red circles. People you want to talk to have blue circles.
Okei. Kiitti, että sanoit sen ääneen. Että mun ei tarvitse lukea. Alright. Ja nyt tätä. Certain options settings can remove these circles during the unpaused gameplay so that the presence does not distract from the mood of the game. The circles are always present when your game is paused, however. Interaction with NPCs defaults to talk for neutral targets and attack for hostile ones. Talk to neutral characters identified by blue circles by highlighting them and pressing A. To attack hostile NPCs, simply highlight them and press A. If you want to attack a neutral NPC, select a weapon icon on the hotbar and highlighting the target and press A. Let's test this out now. Highlight my servant and press A to start conversation. Servant Jospel, come here at once. Sä tulit siihen. Okei. Sitten pysäytän.
Yes?
Action. Mutta pystyykö mä ihan...
What? No sooner said than done.
Ahaa, tuolla tavalla mä liikun.
Make it quick.
Okei.
A waste of my talents.
Wow. Alright, nyt mä oon ihan messissä. Ja mun tää siltikin klikkaa aikana. Okei, tässä olisi kiva, jos olisi pikanäppäin.
A waste of my talents.
Okei.
What? Of course. Make it quick.
Okei, mä en pysty lyödä mitään pöytää. Mä pystyn laittaa ton. Mikä tossa? Okei, ei se toiminutkaan. No, okei, pelat... details. Dialogue button will command that select the character to initiate dialogue with the target creature. Alright. Mut sitä ei oo enää täällä. Ja pystyn liikkuu ihan... okei, this makes more sense. Hyvä. Mä taisin käyttää magicin. Alright. Sitten harjoitellaan, mitä tää peli halusi mun harjoitella. Action, talk. Ton kaverin kanssa.
Hey there, wasn't that easy? What I'm going to do now is turn hostile.
My circle will turn red and then you can highlight me and press A to attack. Alright then, let's go. Hit me if you can. Alright. Oops.
Well done, that was a good hit. Belt will talk with you now.
Alright.
I now want to talk to you about the inventory page.
Okay. You can look at your inventory page by pressing ZR and selecting the inventory icon. Take a quick look at your inventory page. To get out of your inventory page, simply press B. No toimiks toi kans pauses? Okei, toimii, hyvä. World map, record in... tuolla on inventory. Okei. Mulla ei quick weaponeita yhtään. Mulla ei quick itemeita yhtään. Mulla on rahaa 110. Edit appearance... En mä tarvii mitään edit appearancea. Equipment, cloakki, okei. Ja tuossa on painokin kans. Paino on kiva tietää. Ei niitä cleric, okei. Sitten pitää muuta mulla on täällä. Record, area map, world map, rest, journal, priest spells, mage spells. Mä oon memoristanut 3. Ja mä voin valita vai täältä sit jotain muuta siihen tilalle, okei. Okei. Ja sitten... Okei, ja startin kautta...
Equip items by placing them in the appropriate slots around your character on the inventory page.
Once equipped, select the weapon by pressing X to open the hotbar and selecting the appropriate quick weapon slot. A green box will appear around the weapon that is in your character's hands. Orange box indicates combat mode. I'm going to give you our weapon now, okay? And I want you to try to equip it. The party has gained item mace. Okay. Okay, sit mulla on tuolla mace. Mace is a direct descendant of club. Okay, good. Statistic. Speed factory profession mace. One-handed strength. Requires strength 10. mä pystyn sitä käyttämään siis toisin sanottuna. No voi. No ei se mitään. Ja sit se menee niinku... Mikä ero nää? Okei.
Good job. It's time for us to go upstairs now. If you move your cursor over to the stairs, you'll notice that your cursor becomes a stair cursor.
Okay. When your cursor changes in tactics mode, it means that you are about to perform an action other than moving. If you press A while in stair icon is visible, your character will walk over the stairs and move up the next level. Ooh.
Yes?
Okei, vielä mä sitten... tuolla tavalla se muuttuu siis vihreäksi.
A waste of my talents.
Now to the next part of your lesson, the journal. I want you to check your journal.
To assist in recording important information, many details will automatically be entered in your journal. The journal can be accessed from Action Radio menu. Entries are categorized according to the story chapter in which you encountered them. They are also divided up into quests and main story entries. Main story entries will remain in your journal forever, and they are reminder of all the major events your character's life had so far. Quest entries are entered in your journal when the quest begins and removed when the quest ends. Entry then appears in the Done Quest section. If you check your journal right now, you'll notice that an entry has been placed to remind you to finish combat training. When your training is done, the entry will disappear. Updated, okay. Aika kun journal oli tuolla. Reminder from Belt. This is a reminder from Belt to finish your combat training. Okei. Okay. Mut se ei kerro siitä sitten enemmän. Onks mä jotenkin skipannut prologin vai? Enter search them. Okei, okay, mulla on... No. Tossa oli jotain siistiä. Miksi mä pääsin tosta sisään?
Alright then. Now your first combat lesson. My combat teacher, Branwen, is going to be coming right up the stairs. I want you to hit him and then check your journal.
Okay. Ai, se on automaattinen pause. Alright. Auto pause, combat started. Okei, mä tykkään tosta. Eikä nyt mulla on...
Good job. I want you to check your journal and see how it has been updated.
Check both the quests and journal buttons as they will contain different kinds of information. Okay. This is a reminder it's finished and journal tutorial. Your journal is used to keep track of plots that go on during the course of the game. Your journal entries, okay, quests. Okay, done quests. Mulla ei mitään entry. Write an entry to add your journal below. No ei mulla mitään. Sen enempää. Mä en vieläkään tonne pääse. Onko tässä joku... nyt mä pääsen, hyvä.
Of course.
Now I want you to check your map screen.
To access it, press Y. This will show a view of area you are currently in. You can also access World Map, which displays all of the game's areas you currently know about. Open World Map by pressing ZR and selecting World Map icon. You may also initiate your map screen by moving your cursor to where you would like to place a note and then pressing X. A dialog will open and you can type short message to yourself. I will give you a few seconds to try this out. Okay. Katsotaan nyt world map siis. Mä en osaa tätä lukea vielä tarpeeksi, mä oon varmaan tossa. Mä oon jossain kaupungissa. Destination unreachable. Okei. Nyt mä painoin Ytä. Ja sit mä näen tällä tavalla. Area map. So, another page you might be interested is in the character sheet. This can be accessed from the action radial menu. The record has everything you need to know about your character. You will also find an export option and information option on this page. Export button will export your character to use in a new game. This is not a save game, but rather a way of transferring your favorite character from a game to game. The information screen shows your character's history and combat statics. Okay. Locked. Mut mulla ei mitään lockpickia, niin... Okei. Mä en tee niillä mitään. Jos aloitat, mä katson the last menu that you need to know about this option menu. You can access it by pressing the minus button. Good. On the option screen, you will be able to save and load games as well as modify graphics, sound and gameplay. Other characters can join on your adventures. In fact, without companions, you will find it Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition almost impossible to finish. I will now introduce you to Xan, an elven mage. He will join your party and then show you how to memorize and cast spells.
Hello, I am Zan, a mage from Everasca in the north. I am going to join your party and show you how to cast and memorize spells.
Okay. Ja nyt sä oot mun partista. Ja mitä tää... No sä tykkäät hyppiä paljon. Ei tuo joku... When nyt pause. Action. Speak. Ton kaverin kanssa.
My first lesson for you is on how to cast spells.
Select my Xan's cast spell icon. Choose spell, select target and press A. My cast spell icon is on the hotbar. You have to have me Xan selected for you to have access to my spells. You can also configure quick spells by highlighting a quick spell slot and pressing X. This summons a list of memorized spells to choose. If no spells are listed, the character either does not have any spells memorized or cannot cast until higher levels. To cast quick spells, select appropriate quick spell slot from the hotbar, select your target and press A. I want you to try to cast a spell now. Select any spell in my repertoire and cast it on belt.
We're all doomed.
Okay, so paussin kautta mun pitää valita sut.
Life is so hollow.
What?
Our quest is vain.
Okei, sit actions. Tuolla on cast spells. Identify. Mel's acid arrow. Burning hand.
Good job. I am now now going to teach you how to memorize spells.
Okay. Any spellcasters besides sorcerers and shamans must memorize spells using the rest button in the action radial menu after choosing the spells on the mage book or pre-scrolls page. Select the mage book or pre-scroll icon from the action radial menu. Choose the spell you want to memorize, then close the spell book with B, press ZR and select the rest icon. Once your rest is complete, you will have memorized all your spells. I want you to try to memorize some spells right now.
We're all doomed.
No täällä ei oo mitään. No täällä on jotain. Okei, elikkä burn... mä pystyn memorisemaan 2. Okei, mitäs tää nyt sitten on? When the wizard casts this spell, a jet of searing flame shots from his fingertips. The wizard's hand must be held so as to send forth fan-like... Okay. The burning hand sent flames jets 5 feet length in horizontal arc about the... Okay. Any creature area. Okay. Successfully saving versus spell receive half damage. Plus 2 points for each level of the caster to maximum of 1d3 plus 20 of fire damage. Charm person. Alteration, okay. Color spray, onks tää jotain attackia? Upon casting the spell, wizard causes vivid fan-shaped spray of clashing colors to spring forth from his hand. 1d6 creatures within area are affected order of increasing distance from the wizard. All creatures in the area affect that have 4 hit dice or less must make a success or be rendered unconscious for 5 rounds. Identify on meillä mitä. With this spell memorized, go on description of unidentified item and it is 100. Okei. Ja sitten hups. Mä näen mun partin täällä. Interesting. Pre-order assign group toggle AI party. AI party enabled. No mä hyväksyn sen. Ja sit mä tarvin tuon ja rest. Tää on itse asiassa niin siisti kuva. You have rested for 8 hours.
Good job. I'm now going to teach you how to learn spells. I have a flame arrow scroll in my inventory.
Highlighting the scroll and press X to bring up the item history screen. At the bottom of the screen you will find a button that says Bright Magic. Select this and your mage, me, will now be able to cast flame arrow once I memorize it. That is. There is a chance of failure when trying to learn a new spell. Failure means that the scroll is used up and the mage does not learn the spell. I will not fail this one, but in the real world your intelligence stat will determine whenever you succeed or not. Okay. Se oli inventory. Toi. Hyvä. Flame arrow. Ja Bright Magic on tuolla. You copy the spell to your spell book. Okay.
Good job. Now I'm I'm going to teach you how to identify items. When you find a magical item, you won't automatically know what it does.
To find out, you must first highlight the item and press X. On the bottom of the item's history screen, you will find a button labeled Identify. Select this. If whoever has the item in their inventory has an Identify spell memorized or has an Identify scroll, then the item will be identified. Bards and very intelligent characters can sometimes automatically identify an item when they pick it up. I have an unidentified shield in my inventory. I also have an identify spell memorized. I will give you a moment to try to identify the shield.
Life is so hollow.
Okay, select menu. Elikkä item details on se history page. Identify. Use spell. Medium shield +1. Alright. Not usable by... No, okei. Pitääkö toista... No se olisi kyllä ironista, että identify pitäisi identifoida.
Now that you know everything about using mage spells, I'm going to introduce you to a cleric. Her name is Branwen, and she'll be teaching you how to use cleric abilities.
No niin, se olisi kiva. Se olisi kiva. Mut mitä mä...
Greetings and good will. I am Branwen, and I follow the ways of Tempest, God of War. I'm going to join your party and teach you how to use cleric abilities.
Neat. Mitä vaihan mun hahmo?
You cast cleric spells in the exact same way that you cast mage spells. I'll refresh your memory in case you've forgotten.
Okay. Select my cast spell button, choose a spell, then target and press A. My cast spell button is the spell icon on the hotbar. You have to have me selected for you to have access to my spells. I want you to cast spell on Belt now. He is slightly wounded from the other spell you cast on him, so you should use one of my healing spells. Go ahead, cast healing spell on Belt or anyone else for that matter. You can rest to restore a healing spell if necessary.
Hello?
Make it quick.
By Tempest Shield!
Our quest is vain.
Okei, R ja L siis vaihtaa mulla hahmoja. Hyvä. Sitten starttiin. Pelataan nyt varman päälle. Cast spelli. Heal light wounds. Mikä on chantti? By means of the chant spell, the priest brings special favor upon himself and his body and causes harm to his enemies. Kokeillaan toi. Elikkä... Noin. Ups. Peruttiks se ton liikkeen?
Good. Now I'll give you a short overview on how to memorize cleric spells.
Okay. Any spellcaster, besides sorcerers and shamans, must memorize spells using the rest button in the action radial menu after choosing the spells on the mage book or priest scroll pages. Select the mage book or priest scroll icon. Okay. Choose the spells you want to memorize. Once you have closed the spell book, press... Yeah. Eikä tää niinku toistoa. I want you to memorize some spells right now. Priest spells. No. Heal light wounds, se oli nyt ihan kiva. Toi on ihan kiva. Toi on ihan kiva. Ja... Detect Evil. Why not? Ja sitten... Onko se nyt valittuna tuolla? On hyvä. Rest. Jo tässä kun alkaa saada sen jonkinlaisen käsityksen, että mitä tää peli hakee, vaikka sitten tietenkin tositilanteessa se on pikkasen eri.
Good job. Now, on to another ability. A very important skill to the cleric class is the turning of undead creatures.
The spells you have selected will be rememorized each time you rest, replacing any you may have used. Okay. Now, on the other hand, very important skill cleric class is to turning undead creatures. Paladins also have the ability to turn undead. Activating this icon will cause any undead creatures to flee or even be destroyed. When in this mode, the character can move wherever they wish. Any other actions such as attacking and casting spell will deactivate the ability. I'm going now to teleport in a skeleton. Try destroy it by using my turn undead ability.
By Temper Shield!
Okay. Stop. Penas nyt.
Good job on destroying the skeleton. Now I'm going to introduce you to a surprise visitor. It's your childhood friend, Imoy.
Okay, kiva okay. She and I will be waiting on the next floor, so hurry up on there. Kiva juttu.
Yes?
Alright, sitten... Niin sillä tiedä mikä on yläkerta. Onks tää sitten yläkerta vai?
Of course.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Miten mä kerään mun partin?
What is your command?
We're all doomed.
Pola. Hyvä. Se oli kiva aivastaa.
Make it quick.
Aha, okei. Okay.